This is the Bowline, or Bowline, 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 Bowline. A super simple knot, but it can do so much, and there are so many variants. It goes back to ancient times. See if you can spot it in those Egyptian hieroglyphs right there. Maybe not. Also in space, this is the classic Bowline. I'm Jay. Welcome to BlindGuy Urban Bushcraft, and let's have a look at how to tie this knot. What we're going to need is an overhand loop. So we talked about this in other videos, loops and bites and so on, and that's why the lingo is important. So when we're talking about knots, everybody's on the same page, and we're going to call that side up there because we're not actually tying a knot in it. That's going to be the standing end. This is the working end or tag end. We're going to make an overhand loop. So all we did was flip that up towards the standing end, and so that the top of the loop is sitting on top of the standing end. We're going to take the working end or tag end, pass it up through the hole, and get that close to the size of the loop we want, but we can adjust that. And leave it a little bit loose at first. We're going to push that underneath, pick that up, and slide that back down through the hole. Now what I like to do, just to keep everything all dressed up, is I'm going to grab this end, and it's closer to this side of the rope, hold that tag end right in place, and I'm going to pull on the standing end and the other piece of the loop and just dress that all up. If you don't do that, it's going to come undone. Also, the loop size that you wanted is going to change, but while it's loose, you can adjust all of this stuff, and that is a Bowline. There's a little story that we like to tell our younger scouts, and I think I've heard it other places on the internet to help us remember how to tie it. Do a loop, hold it right in my hand, rabbit comes out of the hole, goes around the tree, comes back around, and back into the hole. My scout troop is very D&D, and I think a lot of scout troops are. So in the spirit of D&D, new story. So we've got this secret passage where this supposedly brave warrior is running away from a dragon. Not so brave. Comes up through the secret passage, comes around a tree. Oh my goodness, there's a whole army of orcs, so dives right back down into that secret hole. Just making me think of the tale of brave Sir Robin.
Bravely bold Sir Robin, brought forth from Camelot,
and not such a brave knight.
when danger reared its ugly head, he bravely turned his tail and fled. Yet brave Sir Robin turned about, and gallantly he chickened out, bravely taking
A quick way to tie that Bowline is like a Marlin hitch. You can flip that up, pull that over. We're going to leave that part down, but we're going to aim for that. So we're going to come up over top of the loop, but go under this piece and back over top of here. Now we need to tighten this all down, or it's just going to slip like any other knot. Get ourselves a nice loop. Okay, a little over dramatic, Jay, but that knot has had a bit of a load on it. Now this knot is really good as long as there's constant load. If we get some forces back and forth on this, so if you were having this around a harness and climbing and then putting a load on that, or anything was hanging from it, over time what can happen is it's really easy, especially with this kind of rope, to just wiggle itself free. And this is why there are so many other variants. This is the classic Bowline, part of the Scouts OAS knot series. It's covered off in a couple of those 9 OAS pathways in Scouts Canada. That just stands for Outdoor Activity Skills. And we need this knot a lot. But this is the basic version and it has its issues. We saw that, so we're going to look at variants like the Double Bowline, the Water Bowline, the Yosemite finished bowline or Yosemite bowline, a Scott's locking bowline, and bowline on a bite, which is the other Scouts OAS knots version of the bowline, and very useful. Hit that like, subscribe, get out and make your own videos, and you should be practicing your knots.